That's how we'll start it. Everybody do Melissa's fake burp.
That burp, I can't help it.
Yep. This is the start of episode 26. Hello, and how goes it, everyone? I'm Andrew, your GM for the day. That was everyone trying to imitate Melissa's fake burps because she can't really fully burp. Yep, well, we're the Dirty Rollers, and this is our Mudbutts Goblin campaign. I think you can hear the disappointment on my face. But yeah, this is our 26th episode. I didn't even realize it until after we were done, but the last one was our 25th recording, and it's a small milestone. I'm happy about it. But
Woot!
Yeah, if you stuck around for all 25 episodes, you watched this from the beginning, I give you a bronze star. You get a gold star if you hit 100. Let's go with that.
Ooh.
Andy gave us a brown star.
Brown star.
Brown star.
No, that's if Iris was handing them out. You get a drooled on brown star.
Ew. Ew.
So if you're new, I'm sorry that was your first opening that you ever heard, but it's kind of what to expect from here on out.
Yeah, it sets the tone. Yeah, that's good.
And if you've you kept up with it, we super appreciate it, and we hope you keep watching. Make sure you got the subscribe button hit, and keep following along with the campaign here. We'll do some quick intros here in a second, but I'd just like to remind everybody we have the Dirty Roller shop on Society 6. There's all kinds of neat things on there: mugs, hoodies, sweatshirts, stickers, t-shirts. I don't know, blankets. I really still want to get one of those goblin blankets because those look super nice.
You do.
But yeah, be sure to check that out. For the new people, there should be a comment in here, or link in the description for the long character intros if you want to catch up and watch all 25 episodes. That's totally a thing you can and should do. I think that's pretty much everything right now. We'll have some more stuff at the end, but we're just gonna to get into these quick little character intros right fast here.
Don't forget pictures.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The pictures.
I would have forgotten too. So thanks, James, for that. You can go ahead and start us out, James. Who are you playing?
Gets a brown star.
I am James, and I am playing Buckletick the Shallow. I am a warlock who has made a pact with the Great Old One.
Excellent.
I like that.
Chrissy.
Excellent. I love it.
Who are you playing? I like excellent too.
I am playing Mustella, the currently very angry badger druid. She's Circle of the Moon, and she has a badger brother named Precious.
Bro, why so angry, bro?
She angry. She gonna eat Ragnin like he eat badgers. She gonna eat him.
I like this.
Melissa, who are you playing?
I'm Melissa, and I play Iris Fart Gargle, Monk Way of the Astral Self, and I am also piloting Nick, who is our little female goblin rogue, because my fool is not here right now.
Yep, he's down a player. Matthew is out of commission for the day, so we won't have him around for episodes 25 and 26, but he should be back next time. And then we have Jacob. Who are you playing?
I am playing Sharta, the Gloomstalker Ranger.
All right, short, sweet, to the point. He just wants to be out of the spotlight. Garen, what's a squeeb?
A squeeb is a unusually small goblin battlesmith artificer that rides on a clockwork mechanical rooster named Buckletick.
Awesome. I actually showed the art off.
All right.
Sir James.
Yes.
All right. Have a quick recap for us?
Yes. So, as the Gobos rested for the night, Shardo sleeping under the stars, Nick sleeping in a tree, keeping watch on a
Timble.
Figglesworth. Sorry, I'm still confused with his name. Timble Figglesworth is Worth's place from a tree. And the Lady Goblin's shacking up, as well as Buckletick and Squeeb sharing the same room. The next morning, there were scratch marks leading from the door to Squeeb's bed, but we could find no trace of whatever made it.
What the hell, Andy?
We'll find out probably the hard way, but that's all right. Don't worry. And so we woke up and decided to get breakfast and baked goods. And
there's our episode title.
Breakfast and baked goods.
Yep.
And while delivering a pie to Nick, Buckletick heard a whispering from a well. He might have had contact from a patron of sorts. But after that, they ate breakfast and was soon told by the barkeep, a Dyla, she gave us an umbrella and said, go to the big house so you can talk to Mr. Pimble. He's the founder of the town of Puddlestrom.
Not to be confused with Timble.
Yes.
This is Pimble with a P.
Yeah, Mr. Pimble is the founder of Puddlestrom, and he wants peace back in the area, but he feels that as long as Ragnin's around, that's not going to be possible. So we may have made a deal with attempting to get Ragnin out of the area just to possibly get any goods that I was stupid enough not to go into detail of what to be paid in. So after that, we ended up going to the outskirts of the town, and we ran into a cage with a warg in it, being guarded by a large hyena. And then Ragnin was stepping out of the tent, and his immense size was just something to behold. And a little back and forth talk. He said, while he's taking the warg back to his camp, we can go and kill a large creature that he's been having trouble with, or just didn't seem it would be possible for him to do it alone, as part of a payment, as well as taking half of the payment to get him out of the area, as well as the bonus that Pimble had said. And it was soon revealed that Mr. Pimble's a wizard. So that's fantastic of all things. And the warg was speaking in Goblin to us, saying that she had a litter somewhere nearby hidden, and she wants us to help them and do it quickly. And Stella also noticed there was a pelt with a pelt of a badger drying, and she ended up turning into a large hyena and was ready to go for blood. Luckily, Buckletick tried to calm her down, and it somewhat worked. So after that, we were about to start making our way into the forest northward, I believe.
Yep, northwest to follow the creek a bit. That pretty much sums it up, unless anyone has anything else to add.
Sharta likes onions.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
All right, yeah.
Important, yeah. Sharta likes onions.
Background story for
Buckletick likes blueberry and strawberry muffins.
We learned a lot about the characters this last
We
episode.
did.
All right. So, yeah, you guys are just getting done meeting and kind of negotiating with Ragnin and his hyena pal Yark. So, where would you like to go?
I hate Mebin, but I don't like that guy either.
Yeah, I don't like him either, Iris.
Eat him. Eat him.
I want the big cute thing in the cage. It's cute.
Yeah, we need to take that back home with us.
I'd say we probably have to cross the bridge first and then head north. Was it north or?
Kind of looks like it, I
Saying,
think.
yeah, northwest, north.
Oh, already.
Yeah, let's do that.
Is Buckletick leading the way?
Hot Wheels at Buckletick.
Leading away.
I'd probably ask for Mistella's help, Mistella or Shardo, because they both know wilderness much better than we do. But
You look
Either-
back,
either of them.
Shardo's mean mugging Ragnin still. Little arms
All right.
crossed over his little chest.
it's understandable. It's understandable.
Let's go. And Iris is going to grab Buckletick by his elbow skin
Oh my god.
and walk
That's the
next
thing with you, man.
and walk next to him.
A terrible person.
Yes.
Is that like holding hands?
Yeah.
You see my hands start to glow. No,
Elbow blast.
Elbow blast.
I look at the creek as we walk over it, just thinking more and more about the whole well situation.
Hmm.
The mysterious well situation.
What are you looking at?
Possibly my patron.
What's a patron?
You know how I have powers?
Yeah.
I used to not have powers.
I feel like this is a conversation. Like, where do babies come from?
Where do eldritch monstrosities come from? Well,
You have to
between the psyche and the normalcy of all society, it's in that little pocket dimension of insanity that we daren't go.
he says with his monocle in.
Goddamn right.
We've got a Buckletick the academic.
You know what? I'm gonna
yeah,
turn into
trying to explain all this to Iris. I feel like trying to talk to a small child about the birds and the bees.
Mhm.
I think I would just sum it up being like, I used to not have powers, but since I got into contact with my patron, I now have powers, kind of thing.
Is your patron nice?
I think they are.
Does he patronize you? Sorry.
Oh my god.
God.
I'm gonna head out.
Yeah.
Shardo shoots an arrow at you.
He's like, don't move, man. Don't move. No, God almighty. I love this. Like, you don't know what the patron is, but you like patronize, you know exactly what that is.
Oh, that's definitely not Iris. That's just me.
I'm just messing with you. I'm sorry.
Second, while we
Alright.
jump over.
New map.
You man.
It's gonna be a new map.
It's gonna be beautiful.
So this is the first map I've made in the newly released software, Dungeon Alchemist, and I had an
Oh my
absolute
goodness.
blast playing around in this thing, and you can do some super cool stuff in here. This is not sponsored, by the way. I just really enjoyed it.
Oh, it's so
Can't wait
freaking
to see
cool.
it.
So all right, looks like it's loaded. Let me double check map settings real fast before I bring you guys over. Just want to make sure I have it.
I can't wait, Eddie.
I was playing around with it and I got so excited when it auto-generated a bunch of bathrooms and I was like, yes!
Yeah, you saw like all the latrines.
Bunch of bathrooms. Of course you were excited about that. So many shitters.
It's so pretty though. I really love it.
Did not save any of those, so I'm glad I. Oh, whoops! I was looking at the wrong map. I'm dumb. It's on. Movement's on. There we go. There we go.
New map. New map. New map.
This new software, it'd be hitting different though.
No, it's no.
You stop that.
Slaps.
No
Oh,
slapping.
toe slaps. You should have seen Andy's new drip that he was wearing while he was he was eating glizzies and making maps.
Oh my god.
Glizzy's making maps.
I'm clearly old.
Bussin'.
No.
Oh god.
Oh, look at the foliage. So pretty.
I
Look at
can't
that
see.
water.
It's not loading. It's not loading. I can't see.
Give it a minute.
It's
Look at that water.
It's
Ah.
blue water and the tree.
You know, the one feature in Foundry that I really can't wait to absolutely abuse for things like what Jake just did is hit the space bar to pause the game so no one can move or do anything.
Oh, Jake's gonna hate that.
Oh, he is
No, I just noticed my HP's wrong.
going to be annoyed.
Gotta fix my HP.
I didn't go to the same zone edge they did. I spawned in over here.
No. I watched you move.
You
Watch
put me back next to him. I was like 3 squares off of him.
All right.
Yes.
Your penis. This is our penis episode.
That's so funny to me.
Ooh, I see it now.
Our kawaii
Is-
penis.
Is everyone loaded in?
We're next to a little stream, but we got like about a 60-foot radius around us of light. Yep. Already, yeah. It looks really good, though.
So
Oh
pretty
my
much,
god.
you should be able to see like everywhere until there's like a line of sight break. So there's
Looks good. The water looks good.
all looks
I
good.
kind of want to go swimming.
I know.
My only complaint about it is it looks so cool in
3D.
in 3D when you can see like the crazy perspectives on everything, and these trees look awesome. And like you're going around and like placing everything and doing all this, and then you're like, oh shit, yeah, we have to play top down, and you're gonna miss out on all that. Oh well, it's still fun to play in.
Maybe get some screen grabs of your editing process for a few, like for after we get past certain areas, if you make any.
Oh
Yeah, you should do like a different view.
I'll
That'd be
share the
pretty
whole
cool.
thing with you guys after. Well, I'm sure you'll make it through probably all or most of this tonight. So
By God.
yeah, so you follow the stream. It goes west, like straight west for a while, and then it curves up towards the northwest for a bit. And after following the stream, it levels back out to go almost straight west. The sun is starting to go down, but there's still ample light, especially for a Gloomstalker Ranger that's always worried about it. Yeah, you're getting into the woods here that everyone seemed to talk about, and there is like you don't need to make a any kind of check, but even getting into this area, there's just kind of this overwhelming smell of like something rotten, something like death, like almost like a roadkill, like something's been sitting in the sun for way too long. It just kind of hangs heavy in the air in this area.
How deep is the pond?
The creek here, it's
Yeah,
maybe
or
a
the
foot
creek.
deep,
Sorry.
and its deep is 2 foot
Oh, okay.
at most.
Alrighty, never mind. I was gonna. Nah.
Cannonball!
Well, no, I don't know if it would be. Screw it. Everybody, you can breathe underwater for the next 24 hours.
Ooh.
Ooh. And what's doing this for you? Just to
It's
readers can know, or readers, Jesus, the audience.
It is Gift of the Depths. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, Gift of the Depths. I can breathe underwater, and my swim speed equals my walking speed. And once per long rest, I can cast water breathing without expending a spell slot. And that comes back after a long rest. So, yeah,
You cast it on everybody?
yeah, up to 10 willing creatures. So everybody's within 30 feet of me. So
Sweet.
including the rats, any of the rats and precious, and yeah. So if they get in there, they're not going to drown.
Iris goes paddling down the creek like a little duck. Yes, because that's the sound that ducks make. We all know this.
That's just from her butt.
Of course it
She's
is.
like speeding forward like a motorboat.
She's like the great brown
Swiss
ball.
Army Man.
Yeah.
Yes, like Swiss Army Man.
Fantastic movie.
Such a
It
good
is.
I still need to see it.
Oh,
You
I
got
dream
it.
game.
I know.
I'm surprised you haven't seen that. It's right up your
It's
alley.
wonderful.
I know.
All right.
You know what? Yeah.
So you guys can move around here. The bank on this creek is a little steep. Like, it drops down a couple feet, but it's like easy enough to crawl in and out of. And it's just a pretty decently flowing stream here. Yeah, you see all the trees and the water in the bank here. So you guys can move where you like.
I'm starting to walk kind of through the creek in the middle of it.
All right, so coming up to your waist, just up under your chest.
I'm just gonna
Stella, where's that smell coming from?
Precious doesn't want to get in the water. He stays on the bank and doesn't want to get in the water.
Stella's like, what wrong? It's okay. Can breathe. You can.
Do you know if, like, in your guys' history, like, is Precious been all right with water and going swimming?
I think I've cast it. Wait, wasn't Precious with us when we were taking? I know that the water was small in the swamp area, and Precious was following you around. I don't think you were carrying Precious the whole time.
Nick can carry her because Nick's carried Precious a few times. Or
He
him.
could ride on Boktok with me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Come on, Precious, and Nick puts him between her boobs like she did a long time ago.
Was that Precious or was that your rat?
it was Precious.
It was
Oh.
Precious back when Mustela turned into a horse.
Yes.
Oh, way back
God.
when.
Yeah, that was a long time
That's
ago.
pre-recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Them pre-recording times.
So yeah, Nick has this badger that's like, I don't know, half the size of her, shoved down in the front of her shirt, waddling along.
Did you say it all smells like rotting grossness, or is there any other smells?
Yeah, it just smells like gross rot here. Like, it's really heavy, like decay, rot.
Excuse me.
I guess Squeeb's going to be looking for tracks.
Okay.
On the ground. Now that I'm on the bank.
Go ahead and roll survival then.
Survival?
Survival.
All the survival. I roll survival.
No, you don't see any tracks.
I will survive.
I don't see anything. You guys see anything?
Is it like a decay, like a rot decay smell?
Nobody answers. Yeah, it's like decay, like roadkill smell.
Anything that smells like the bloated kind you'd find floating around in waters?
Not specifically.
Okay.
I mean, you
Can I-
can throw perception to see, maybe.
Okay.
Iris raises her head out of the water. I smell water! And it comes dripping out of her nose, and she can breathe water right now.
I smell water.
No,
Alien.
I'm just like, wow, that just stinks. It doesn't smell like a floater.
Yeah,
I rolled a 3 plus 1. It's really low. No.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't know
You don't
shit.
smell anything like specific. Not specific enough like that. It just smells like
Yeah.
rot.
Alrighty.
Thanks, Iris. That one's something special.
Nick holds Precious up above her head and wanders across the water.
I think I see a thing.
A few
Hang on, I'm gonna do
steps.
You see something?
Must
Where at?
Oh, wow.
There we go.
Oh, did everybody walk down? I don't know what everybody else can see.
I found some yellow flowers.
It's so pretty.
Oh,
They're
wow.
Hey, Nick. Here's a yellow flower for you. Thought you'd like them.
Sorry, I forgot I was Nick.
I figured because I've been having to move her around.
I got distracted by the sounds. I was like, what is that? I'm a
Sounds cool.
child.
Oh, I like it.
Thanks, Squeeb.
Mustella's gonna turn. Who's closest to her? Buckletick and Iris. She's gonna say, "I see. There's something." And she points past. I think this is a rock. It's something.
That's a fire pit.
Camp.
Oh, yep.
I thought you'd like the flowers. Just don't cry on them.
Wait a second. What's this?
That's what she was just pointing at. It's a camp.
Oh, okay.
This is fire pit, log, tent.
Does the tent seem like anything has recently been rustling about?
If you're looking just from there, you can roll it disadvantage to see.
You know what? Screw it. I'm old. I'm adventurous. I'll wipe the bones off the sarcophagus, which wasn't me, and I'm going to take a closer look.
All right, so you can roll a survival there.
Oh boy, survival. Ba-bum-bum.
Shardo,
+1.
hold up, tooling around on the side over there.
I don't even see Shardo anymore.
Exactly.
All right.
11.
11.
Yeah.
You don't see anything really. The fire pit's gone out. Like there's no embers or anything there. You don't see anything that makes you think it's been used anytime soon.
Anybody in the tent though?
Well, you do see some claw marks. There's nobody in the tent. And this is looks like a human-sized or maybe bigger tent. You see some claw marks, like the tent flaps look like they've been shredded a bit.
I'm going to telepathically tell Mustella, there's claw marks all over this thing.
And then I need Shardo, make a perception check for me while you're over there. 15. You can hear something big rustling around in the woods where you're up against there, Shardo.
Which way?
Right next to you here.
I want to go stealth mode.
Yeah.
Do I hear it since I'm close to that? I saw you ping.
You can make a perception check at disadvantage.
Okay.
There any onions in there, Buckletick?
9. You don't hear anything. You're listening to
Be loud.
Yeah, you're listening to Iris and Buckletick and Mustella.
If there's claw marks all over the thing, is there any remnants of bodies or blood marks or anything like that in the tent?
You do see a couple stray splashes of blood on the inside of the tent.
Does it seem like it's fresh or does it seem like it's aged?
Yeah, investigation. We'll see how good Buckletick is at telling here.
Can I assist?
I got a +3 in that.
You can assist, sure.
I assist.
So you rolling as well?
Do I roll or does Buckletick just get advantage?
Advantage, yep.
Oh, alrighty. You know what? Here, I'm gonna do this one digital. Advantage. Roll. 16 altogether.
16? It looks like browned, like it's been there a while and it's had enough time to soak in and dry, and it looks like it's been a bit.
It's been a little bit since whatever got cut up over here.
What did you say something, B-Tick? This forest is so peaceful. I was kind of dozing off.
Yeah. What'd you say, Mustella?
Just said, does she recognize any of the claw marks or anything?
I'll say no. I mean, it's hard to tell, like the claw marks in
Okay.
the fabric. It just kind of looks like something tore through it, and
No.
like a set of like some spots it looks like 2, some spots looks like 4, 3. Like it's a little bit different.
I'm a C. Okay.
All right. And what were you saying, Squeeb?
Oh, nothing. I was just saying I was dozing off because the forest is so peaceful.
Wait, are there any claw marks on the ground at all? Like any footprints of any kind?
Need one more check for me. It's survival.
Survival. Rolling. Yeah, 12.
Well, you do see something, a large, possibly bear-shaped.
I'm gonna just say it seems like it might be some bear or something like a bear. I don't know. This is kind of weird.
And Shardo over here, the thing that you heard rustling around, you can hear it heading towards the east. Like it broke through the trees and is heading towards the east.
Can I follow behind it?
Can you move through there? I don't think you
Yeah,
can.
I'm stuck where I'm at.
Yeah. It's because you went on the line of the thing there. There's a bunch of overgrown trees and things. Like you could make your way through, but it would take you a while.
All right, so I'll just sneak around this way.
Okay. Iris, what were you trying to do with purple plants?
Just wanted to see if I saw any around.
Oh, sure. You can roll a perception and see.
Why? Natural 1. It's a 3.
You see no purple plants.
I don't see anything.
Shardo, do you see what I see?
Slowly getting my bow down.
I'm totally gonna ready. Let's see. I gotta ready something.
Do I feel like they see me?
They don't see you, but they were obviously attracted by something over here. And you'd guess, based on how loud everyone was being, it was probably your party mates.
Then I'm definitely not answering Squeeb.
All right.
Squeeb's gonna pull out his spear and run his tongue along the blade and activate his flame tongue spear.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
shoot Squeeb.
The tip of it erupts in flames.
You're still, Shardo, you're still hidden like under the tree there.
I know, I just don't like that weapon at all.
I do. It's fantastic. But yeah. So you two are ready in things. Iris, Ouija starts bouncing around and going crazy, and when Ouija looks over and you can see through his eyes, you see something in the next little area over there. Like he's obviously upset about something. And Shardo and Mastella, you guys can hear like the flames whoosh up on Squeeb's spear. Nick probably shouts and dribbles a little bit.
Poor Nick.
Sorry, Matthew. Stella,
Oh, you can't.
big thing.
Big thing.
Stella, chicken bear.
So I notice everybody kind of walking away from the area towards something with tension.
Well, I mean,
Or
you just
anything?
heard Iris yell, Mastella chicken bear.
Oh,
Chicken bear.
I'm going to try to sneak here if possible.
All right. So you can do Where are you going? Up there?
I just wanted to see. I just kind of sneaked there.
Okay. So, I did not have music on loop. Sorry. Although it's not really going to be peaceful for much longer. I need everyone to roll initiative for me.
Ah, shit.
Oh my god!
Whoa, what the hell was that?
Sorry. I
What
got
was-
excited.
Broke her mic.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
the mic
Easter?
was cutting out, so it's cool.
I couldn't even tell what it was.
It sounded like eat.
It was like,
it kind of sounded like Five Nights at Freddy's when you get caught.
sorry. I got excited.
I think it's Discord. It's cutting you out.
That's good. Oh, God almighty.
Make sure you guys have your tokens selected, and it should autofill for you.
Nah, I forgot.
Well, Shardo had yours in here. Estella's rolling high again. Buckletick. 18. Iris has got your 12. I need Nick, and Squeeb is a 7. Nick is a 6. Did you roll a 1 for poor Nick too?
I rolled a 2 for poor Nick.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, Matthew.
Alright. Shardo, you're up first.
Do these things look aggressive?
They are large. They look like they're heading your way. In terms of aggressive, you're not sure.
I'm going to bonus action Hunter's Mark, the one I can see clearly.
Okay.
This guy. And I'm going to take a sharpshooter shot.
Alright.
I got advantage because I'm hidden.
Yep.
Still.
Yep. All of your shenanigans are in play, I believe.
18.
18 hits. Yeah. Is it taking you this long to add up all of your ridiculous?
I had my tray under my feet. And I was so excited we get to fight, and I had all my dice under the feet.
Oh.
So I had them out. 1 T7.
Jesus. And that was with sneak attack and everything.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you let loose your arrow from hiding under the trees and smack this thing right in the side of the face, and it lets off this weird growling with like a high pitched bird call at the end of it. Take a chunk out of him.
I assume I'm still not hidden.
No, that would break your stealth.
All right. Another shot.
Yep.
7.
7 misses. Fired off. Goes wide. Wide right.
And last shot. Sharpshooter. 14.
14 hits. You sink one into the shoulder on the same side you hit him in the face before.
$30.
Plus 20?
Plus 10 for sharpshooter, and I rolled a 6 on my Dread Ambusher and 4 for my Hunter's Mark.
Jesus.
Damn.
All right. He ain't looking great at all. Kind of, you see that one with the shoulder that was already shot. Like he goes to take another step on that leg, and it kind of like stumbles forward and rocks that direction.
And I'll move back here.
Okay. Is that it for you?
Yeah, I'm done.
Buckletick, you're up.
Alrighty.
Sweep is on deck.
So I just saw Shardo basically pincushion the shit out of this guy here.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna need that creature to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right.
15.
For 8 total, it fails.
Alrighty. So since it's already, I was doing my Toll the Dead on it, and it's usually 2d8. But if it's injured, the 2d8 can turn into 2d12 instead.
Okay.
Where the hell are my 2d12s? There it is. Sorry. 15 necrotic.
15. What does your Toll the Dead look like?
You know what? I don't think I've ever really used it. If I've probably used it once, but being inspired by recent events, maybe it kind of looks like a shadowy wrapping of corded vines that just transparent and then just kind of stabs in and then dissipate.
Yeah.
So you guys hear the dong. This creature screams again and promptly splays out dead.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anything else for you?
Whoop.
I'll probably back up. Yeah, back up right there, and that'll be it for me.
All the ranged boys hitting and running.
Yeah, you.
All right.
Yeah.
Squeeb and then Iris.
Nice, Shardo and B-Tick. That one didn't last very long. What do I see? What is that thing?
So you would see
Herber.
Herber.
girl.
It's a herber.
that's an herber.
An herber.
It's an herber.
It's,
Gerbers for herbers.
I always forget how to show. Oh well, this is gonna show the whole thing because I always forget. There we go.
Aww.
Oh.
I love them
Oh.
so much.
A chicken bear.
They're kind of cute.
Kind of dead now.
There's not a weird smell coming off them, is there?
Nope.
Oh,
It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't smell any stronger being like closer to him or anything.
okay. Cool.
See, I promise you guys something a little bit classic. Anyways, yeah, Squeeb, what are you doing?
Well, since that one dies, that changes everything for me. So, let's see. I guess.
So I will. You do not have a clear line this way. Like this rock is blocking most of it. It's you lose the height when you go to top down, but this is actually a fairly large rock.
That's what I figured because you could see the. And then even if I went through here,
You could get around it, yeah.
would I have line of sight there?
You'd probably need. Oh, let me see. I think you'd have to go one more over down here.
Is this? Mark. Is this like through here? Is that walkable, or is that like
Yeah,
too much?
like-
Is that brush,
No,
or is that under trees?
this is all walkable. This is all under the trees there.
Okay. Well, maybe. So I was here. If I go over
Oh my
here,
God, there's a detonator bird in this.
now I can see him. All right, I'll go there, and then I will take my flame tongue spear and I'll huck it at him.
Okay.
And all right, 14. Does that hit?
14 hits.
All right.
This big like as you throw a fully lit weapon and lands directly between his shoulder blades on his back.
Yay, and it does that plus... Oh, wait, did that add it? Piercing damage. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it did, yep.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a
17
lot of damage.
Nice.
And then I'm going to reel the spear back. It's got a chain hook to it.
Okay. Yeah, your
My returning weapon. Yeah. And I don't know if you'll let me throw the spear twice. I've usually shied away from doing that because I've got like a second attack. But I figured that'd be...
Does returning weapon say at the end of your turn or anything?
I don't think so. I think it's just it returns. To me, like, I would think that I wouldn't be able to do that if I threw it.
I thought
We'll just rule it that way. I'll look it up real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, it just doesn't sound correct to be able to do that. Returning weapon. Where's that? That'd be features and traits, I think. No.
Might not have selected it. Although I thought I saw it before.
Yeah, I don't know where that's at.
Here, try to look it up real quick. Let's see. It says immediately after it's used to make a ranged attack.
Yeah, but I've always kind of ruled it not to do that. Like, I don't get extra attack if I do that, because it's kind of like, I don't know. If I throw a weapon and then I gotta have time to reel it back, just doesn't seem too fair. I don't know.
Let's see. Can you throw more than one weapon? Turning weapon in multiple attacks, maybe? You know, it says it immediately after you make an attack, so yeah, I'll let you throw it again. We'll go with that unless I look it up afterwards and it's different and you won't be able to.
Are you sure? Because that means I'm going to deal like massive damage, or have the possibility. All right. Oh, okay. I will do it again. 25 to hit.
25 hits.
16 damage.
Another 16. Okay.
And then I will run away. I did 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Shardo laughs at your, quote, massive damage.
That's massive damage for me. I never do that much damage. I'm like, wow, that's the most damage I've ever done. All right, I'm done.
All right, it's creature's turn. Let's see. Iris is trying to see if she can see something. Let me check. Did that?
Can I see over that rock?
No, that was the same thing I was having or telling Garen. Whoops. You can't see through that rock right there. You'd have to come down there to see around it.
Okay, let me see.
To be down.
Is that rock?
I can't.
Yeah, you can't go through there. you can't cross those barriers.
5, 10.
Of course, why did you try to go around that way?
I go this
So
way.
confused.
Can I go this way?
Yeah. So the line of sight lines block you from going through.
Oh. Wait, I lost count.
Yeah, like right there. You can't go through that.
Where are you going, C-Star? Where are you going?
I wanted to get number 2. I mean, could I have seen him over that rock? Like something to know that he's there? Or no?
I don't get how big is this rock really big?
So when you were like back here,
Mm-hmm.
you would not have seen it. No,
Okay, so I wouldn't have gone that way. All right.
there is an open route, like through here, like under the trees around the rock.
Yeah, but I wouldn't know to go that way. I'm assuming. So I see the big dead one, and I know that they're still firing at something, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm a Stalin. I pinch her elbow as I go by.
Very weird feeling. And Mastella, you fully inhale onions stink as you go. And Iris runs through there. She runs up to this bear chicken and parkours over a tombstone by the rock, which is
Big chicken! And I'm gonna
that thing, Melissa.
Huh?
This thing here.
ear.
It's looks like a tombstone or something.
Can I jump off of it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna lick my fists so they smell like onion, and I'm gonna pop, punch it. One in each eye for my first attack here.
Are you trying to land on its face?
Maybe. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess if I'm launching in the air. Nah, I just want to punch him in the eyes right now. Can I do?
Yes. Yes?
Andy, did you? Andy?
Andy?
Killed Andy.
Andy?
Andy, no!
He's gone. We got to do whatever we want.
What happened? Where is he?
Come back.
Andy, come back.
Come back!
We lost our DM. What do we do?
What happened?
Chaos.
We're lost.
Let go, Andy! Let go!
Don't you know what this means?
What does it mean?
This is our time now. This is our chance.
His new name is Andy M.
That's our chance. Wait, this is our chance to go all over the map and find the big bad.
Find everything.
He will strike us
All
dead.
this-
Don't do it.
Where Andy?
Where Andy?
I'm scared now.
Where is he?
Andy?
Did the chicken bear eat him?
Oh,
Was the elbow skin too much?
it was.
Will he
Uh,
ever come back?
Chrissy, is Andy like dead? Did he have a heart attack or something? Is
He
he okay?
put 1 sec in the chat, and I
Oh,
don't
okay.
hear anything, so I'm not sure what he's doing.
I didn't see the 1 sec.
I didn't see it either.
Poor Andy. He's like, God, you idiots.
Maybe he had explosive diarrhea.
Oh, his mic stopped working.
His mic stopped working.
Andy.
Well, that's better than explosive diarrhea.
That is better than explosive diarrhea.
In the
I wonder what
meantime,
happened.
I could share animal facts.
Yeah. What's a cool animal fact, Melissa?
Lobsters pee from their face.
Oh, that's like your
Wow.
favorite one.
This is true. And don't lobsters like mate for life too?
Seagulls eat cats.
Oh, we need a lot of seagulls around here.
What? Seagulls don't eat cats.
Seagulls, dude, seagulls eat everything. They are terrifying.
Yeah, but they don't even have talons or anything like that.
Garen,
I can't picture a seagull.
look
Well,
it
I
up.
guess-
Seagulls
I
are
could-
terrifying. They Garen.
Pelicans.
Garen. I've seen videos. They're terrifying bastards.
See, unless it's a really tiny cat, but seagulls
I'll
are like
be
as
RB.
big as cats.
They eat birds and all sorts of things. Oh.
Hello.
Andy?
You back.
Andy.
Andy? I heard
Come
a hello.
back.
Hello. Is it working?
There we go.
Andy.
There we go.
How raw?
I don't know why. Just stopped working. That's cool. All right, I'm good to go. So, I was saying you can absolutely try to punch this thing in the eyes.
All right.
Sorry about that, everybody.
It's all good.
Okay, Melissa shared some animal facts.
Yeah, I heard about lobsters peeing from their face and seagulls that definitely do eat cats.
I might be thinking of rabbits or something. I've heard of them eating small dogs too. Anyway, let me go back to rolling. I'm getting distracted.
Does seagull eat cat?
Are you looking it up?
Go ahead and do your rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't get distracted, Melissa.
All right. Eyeball number 1, punch. 13. Is that hit?
13 hit?
13 just hits.
Yeah.
Okay. Eyeball hit number 2. Oh, shit. Oh, another 13.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so eyeball damage number 1, 9. Eyeball damage number 2. What are you doing? Roll. 7. And bonus action, flurry of blows, and I'm going to punch him 2 more times. Once in his beak and once in his forehead. Beak is 29.
That definitely
That was
hits.
a nat 20.
All right, so that's a crit.
And forehead is 15.
15 hits.
Okay, so let's see here. Hubbard. 6. So the crit one is 12
Doubled?
points.
Or do you need to double it still?
I already doubled it.
Okay.
So it's 12. And then not showing up. Hold on.
So 12, the crit will do him in.
Oh, okay.
Blast it in the... Which one was this? Was it the beak or...
Beak.
Yeah. You splinter the beak on his face. And he gets one like crying roar and dies at your feet.
Huh?
And then I need you to make a perception check.
Oh.
Shit.
18.
You hear a humming sound coming from the southeast. Like a
Like
humming or like a buzzing.
Oh, so not a delightful hum.
No.
Oh,
Well,
no.
I mean, I guess it depends on what Iris considers delightful, I suppose.
Bees. Bees.
Oh, you're cutting out.
You're cutting out.
Melissa,
really
you're
bad.
cutting out so much.
I'm sorry. I don't know how to set my mic up to where it's.
So, we're gonna try to do this right quick, Melissa. Go into Discord.
Yeah.
Go down to the bottom. There should be user settings. Looks like a little cog.
Mhm.
Find voice and video.
Okay.
Input sensitivity.
What should I put it at?
Where's yours at? Is it more towards the middle?
It was pretty high.
Like high to the right?
Yeah. Should I put on is that better?
Did you drop it closer to the middle?
Yeah, I put it in the middle.
All right. Go ahead and do one of your excited things again.
Cut out.
It still cuts out. Is it on? The input sensitivity, is your little button to the right, is that on?
Yes. I think I'm just loud as hell.
Turn it off. Make sure it's not.
Yeah,
green.
if you, try turning that off.
Sounds better.
Hey,
There
there we
we
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do something loud again.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
You were just hitting the limit on Discord and it's cutting you out.
I'm
Ew.
shrill.
I'm shrill.
Oh. Bees.
All right. So you guys are out of initiative right now.
Out of initiative.
Yep. No
Hmm.
initiative. Little combat.
I'm sorry. I was like Googling to see if seagulls eat cats. They do apparently eat like pretty much everything, by the way. There is ridiculous pictures of them swallowing all kinds of crazy
Did you see
stuff.
that picture of one sitting in the shitty pine eating a cat?
Is there? You almost got me. You almost got me.
They're terrifying.
By the pine tree, Andy. I love pine trees.
I used a bunch of them on here just for you, Garen.
Thank you.
Now, if I'm standing here, do I get a good look at this little bastard or these big bastards at all?
Yeah. They're
I
dead.
remember Ragnin. I remember Ragnin saying that the creature he's after is hideous, and I remember him just talking about it like there was only one. So I figured I'd just say, I don't think these are what Ragnin was talking about, because he said it was grotesque, and I think he mentioned something about it smelling.
Mhm.
So
Sorry, chickens.
I don't know. He was kind of a pussy. He probably did run from these things.
yeah.
Yeah,
Aw.
he run. He should.
What are these things? Are they chicken bears?
Yeah.
Did I ever hear about these things at all?
You guys have all heard, like they're fairly common, like the talks of wayward adventures, or even bandits running into the stray owl bear or two. So they look like an owl and a bear, so these are probably those owl bears you heard about.
All birds.
A browl. It's a browl.
I bet Opeth and Tumble would love to eat these things, but they taste good.
Chicken.
How are you going to get this home to them?
Yeah, we'll probably have to come back
Yeah.
somehow. but-
Yeah, they would. Nah, well, they won't be able to get them, but I wish they could. I miss those guys.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Our giant ogre children.
All right.
Stella, do you think there's honey where the bees are?
What bees? Where bees?
I hear bees.
Ooh, honey, I love. Oh wait, no, I don't. Honey's sweet.
Stella, it's down here. And Iris will do her best to listen to wherever. I guess let me know where Iris should be going.
You're,
So I do not go from where I should not.
you hear it from the southeast.
This-
Mostella, you can make a perception check, smellception, if you want.
Well, that's okay-ish, I guess, or something.
You smell dog smell to the west.
Dog. The west?
Oh, the babies.
Wait. She says, wait. I smell.
Eh?
I think babies.
Babies?
I think. And she points like toward the westerly direction. I think over here.
We go that way? All right.
Yeah, I'll start following.
What about the bees? Nah, we don't need bees.
We come back. Come back to be.
Oh,
We run to the water if there's bees.
That's a good idea.
Doesn't Buckletick just run to the water regardless?
my girl.
Maybe.
Screw the bees.
You didn't bring it with you, but you passed the wagon a little bit. I forgot to mention it because it was when we jumped episodes. But the wagon is back at the other side of the river.
Oh,
So it's on this map, though.
Well, not visually, but yeah, it's on this map.
Like here.
okay.
It's like up on the top right, like where you first came in. Yeah.
All right.
Nick dropped Precious off a while back and just left her.
I thought she was still carrying her. Or carrying him, I mean. Oh my god.
I can't move him.
I gotta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I've been dragging him along, but it's hard to when you can't see things, so
I would say Nick would probably stay there in the bushes with Precious.
When we get to this point, is the smell coming from like north or south early direction?
West. You just get like the general like west.
So I just have to pick away. Well, Squeeb has already started this way, so I guess try this way.
All right.
It's very scary when you can't see home.
It's fun.
Hey, there's a bridge over here.
Oh, I see, bridge. Yeah.
If we need to go across the water.
Wait. Miss Stella gets all excited. She runs over this way. I think there's puppy something. I see something. Go walk down this way.
Shadow, Buckletick, are you still with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow Iris and Shardo.
I
So-
see Mastella.
Mastella.
How'd she get over there?
Mastella, you come up to this area and like you're following the smells of the dog that you the warg that you met back there. And this little area seems to be like kind of covered in these like ferns, these really thick ferns at the front. But you follow your nose and you can get to the spot where the ferns, there's a break in them and there's this little small clearing. And even though the warg was kind of smashed into this cage earlier when you saw her, it looked like she probably kind of comfortably just fit back here. And you do a quick count and you can see 8 little warg puppies. Oh, pups. And they all kind of like they can hear and see you, and they all kind of retreat under the leaves here. They're like probably a little bit bigger than Precious, but they still seem like pretty timid and like they don't want to fight or anything.
Puppy, the little wolf puppy. Okay. Miss Stella's gonna try to very like calmly and easily like step in slowly. She's gonna be like, "It's okay. It's okay. We friends." She's gonna go talk like as sweetly as she can in her goblin voice. I don't know. Do warg puppies, can they speak goblin?
I don't.
Or like, do they understand it? Or is that something like they learn?
We're gonna look that up right now.
You were the one closest to the mother. Maybe, maybe you would have touched the cage and probably got a bit of the scent on you.
Dang it,
Maybe
Iris was
so.
going to roll on her shit, too. We should have done that.
Here, puppy.
She'll like hold her hand out to them. Like she was pretty close to the cage, like snuffling around and stuff. Like maybe she could have possibly gotten some warg smell on her. I don't know if I can use animal communication with them or not, because I think
So one
Because are they animals?
a
Yeah.
black one, like jet black fur that still has like the skin face, like it comes up to you and kind of tentatively sniffs your hand, and you can see it do like a little like partial wag, like it's not sure if it should be all right with you or not.
I wonder how old would Mastella have any idea how old they would appear to be?
You can make a nature check and try to see.
A 15?
You imagine like the size, the way their fur is grown in, where it's not a super thick coat like the warg in the cage. You would guess they are maybe like 2 to 3 months old.
Well, they're babies.
Or
No.
they're weans probably then.
Where's my tube feeding kit? My bottles.
They must be hungry.
You can also see,
Yeah.
as you look around in here, you can see what looks like the skeleton of some kind of humanoid. You can see like a rib cage is left over and a skull kicked over to the side. You can see like old clothing and like torn like traveling clothes. So this was probably their little den or something here.
So they probably are eating like meat and stuff. I think I have rations. I wonder if I could try to get rations. Have like jerky or something in them, right? I think
So
We just killed a whole bunch of meat.
we did. We could go get some
Yeah.
owlbear.
Oh yeah, we could.
Make another nature check for me.
Another
Or well, yeah, nature.
I could
Animal
throw my
handling?
bacon.
yeah, dirty 20.
All right.
Oh damn!
You remember that the mother ward was still nursing.
Oh
Or
right, yeah,
It looked like
that's
she
true.
was recently. But there's also
True.
what looks like a fairly fresh skeleton in here too.
Maybe they're like in the process of switching over, like nurse eating
Estella,
regular food.
you
What?
could go eat some chicken bear, mash it up and puke it in their mouths.
Go to your giant vulture.
I do have the giant vultures. I could have
or
the
you-
giant.
Or you could turn into a big dog and you could give them milk.
I don't think it worked that way. No
No?
magic lactating.
Oh, I don't know. You do crazy shit.
Talks all broken up, but she can clearly say no magic lactating. Achievement
God.
unlocked for making Jacob laugh. Doesn't happen often on here.
No magic boob milk. All right.
Oh god!
I
get-
think
I guess we got to chop up some owlbear and lure them back home. Wait, where's home? That thing's in a cage.
this home, as she points to where they're all at.
Oh,
We
maybe
have
we
to
leave
let
them
the
here.
mommy out.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We'll leave them here then, right?
They're babies.
What do we do with them?
Must protect.
Wait, didn't Ragnin say that there's a wagon near here?
Put them in the wagon.
Yeah.
Put them in the wagon. Put a cover on them. Maybe stop Ragnin in the middle of transporting their mom.
We have his wagon where we come in at.
Yep, it's in the top right corner of this map, but it's not. Well, you know what? I need to clear up some confusion. Maybe I'll see if there's a wagon token I can use.
What's wrong with me? I'm trying to problem solve for a good reason. Is this
cute.
passion?
Yeah.
Oh god.
What's wrong with the beefcake? He's puking.
At least it's toward
I'm
animals.
Feeling.
I have feelings.
Jesus.
It's okay, buddy. It only lasts. It doesn't last very long. It'll go away soon. Oh, we'll kill something again soon.
Him dry heaving makes all of us dry heave.
I don't know why, but my alignment's changing.
Oh god. Oh,
Terrible.
terrible.
Oh, B-Tech, you made
All
me
right.
puke.
What are we doing?
Well, I
Oh,
guess
God.
I missed the wagon part. I'm wondering if that happened when I had to get up.
Oh no, I didn't see a wagon either.
No, so
Um,
oh my god.
I'll just go get it. I'm getting it. I'm
There
getting
was
wagon.
not a wagon on this map.
Yes,
because
I heard
forgot
that
to put it
part.
on there. But Ragnin had told you guys in the last episode that his wagon was here for when you found the big thing that you were supposed to come here and kill.
Okay,
Yeah.
I may have missed that because I had to get up for a minute when the whole Ragnin thing was happening.
The wagon is big enough that it is going to take it's not the right size. I wasn't done messing with it. I just threw the token on here. But the wagon's big enough that it is going to take multiple of you to pull. As Ragnin was probably pulling it by himself. It's less of a wagon and more of a cart.
Nick's helping me. Bring that token up here.
You're still going to need some strength checks.
Yeah, no problem. Me, Dick, and I can pull the whole thing.
Yeah. I'm good. All right, yeah. Let's do this.
We're super strong with our negative modifiers on our strength.
We just have a really dumb luck.
Can Boktok pull it or anything?
I don't think Boktak's strong yet. I mean, like,
Uh,
yeah, I could hook Boktak up.
To pull it through here is going to take some strength checks.
do I need like some animals or something? So
Wait,
Oh yeah, Boktak has a +2 strength.
wait a second. You've seen those big oryx oxen, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
Do you think that'd be strong enough to pull a cart like this?
Are you talking, Miss Stella?
Yes, I just am leaning away from the mic.
Okay.
I'm checking a spell.
You gotta make sure that your CR is high enough, or their CR is low enough for you to turn into, if that's what you're gonna try to do.
No, it's not that. I can if you summon animals, can you use them like that to pull a wagon?
Well, you had vultures fly us around, didn't you?
Yeah.
I did, but I didn't know if that was the same thing as like pulling a wagon or not.
I would think so. You could command them to do tasks, can't you?
Yeah, I think so. It looks like
what is it called? Summon beasts or summon animals?
It's called conjure.
Conjure animals?
I'm looking to see if it tells me like what exactly. They're friendly to you and your companions. They have their own turns. They obey any verbal commands that you issue to them.
Nice.
No action required by you. If you don't issue any commands to them, they defend themselves from hostile creatures, but otherwise take no action.
Okay. So yeah.
So I guess
it sounds
I
like
could
you
summon something.
Yeah, tell them what to do and then control them.
I can summon war horses.
Ooh. Sorry, excuse me.
Oh God.
I can also summon a giant elk, apparently, which is kind of amazing.
Ooh, that's cool.
I could summon one giant elk.
I got some rope.
I think 4 war horses. Yes, 4 war horses.
Wow.
Yeah, or I could do a giant elk. I'm not sure what works best for the wagon.
Well, if it's like a cart, do you think the one body might be good enough, especially if it's a giant elk?
Well,
Now you have draft horses on there too at a quarter CR.
Yeah, I could summon even more draft horses, like 8 of them. I don't think we need that many for that kind of cart.
The wagon is big enough that it's going to take like multiple goblins to pull it, or probably like a single draft horse or elk, or like something that size. Probably even just a regular horse would pull one, depending on how much weight's on it.
Okay, so the weight would make it heavier. Well,
while you guys are figuring that out, Melissa, I need a perception check for Nick.
Okay.
And also one for Buckletick.
A what now?
Perception check.
Oh boy.
15.
15.
9.
Nick hears is buzzing from the southeast as well.
Ah! I hate bugs!
Wait a second. Never mind.
Well, didn't we have those those horrible creature things, didn't they make buzzing noises?
Yes.
So.
Mhm.
The awful, weird, whatever you call them, the hive creatures.
Does it sound like that, Andy?
Make a history check.
History. I rolled a 2.
No, sure. Well, you're also not there, so it would have to be Nick,
that's true.
Nick, and Iris are the only ones that have heard it so far.
Yeah, that's true.
Should I roll history for Nick?
Yeah. Ooh, and Nick is gonna need a Constitution. Oh no, never mind. I read that wrong.
What?
What?
Shh, it's okay.
Okay, Nick got a 19 on history.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Nick runs screaming toward you guys. She has bad memories of that sound.
Uh-oh. It must be those horrible hive creatures.
The bugs! The bugs!
I'm so sorry, Matthew.
Shardo, I need a strength check to move this wagon.
What do we say? What do we want? War horses or one giant elk? What would be this? What's stronger, a giant elk or 4 war horses?
Shardo, the wagon doesn't move.
Probably, I don't know, probably 4 war horses.
I'm checking the strength. Let's see. Strength of war horses 18 plus 4. Strength of giant elk is 19 plus 4. Technically, I guess the 4 war horses would probably do more, I think. Right?
Yeah, then we could all ride them too.
That's true. Shall we summon the war horses to pull Le Wagon?
That sounds pretty cool.
I guess that's what's going to happen then. Do you have some war horse tokens?
Wow, let me see.
Well,
Actually, I do. Didn't I have them from your?
There
Rollable
should be
token
something
thingy?
from my tokens, yeah.
Just gotta find them.
This wagon was what, in like the top left corner, right corner?
Yeah, Shardo's up there by it. Well, you probably can't see him because I think he's hiding under it right now.
I'm in the back smoking my pipe.
Oh shit! I was supposed to help fucking Squeeb with his check. I'm sorry about that.
so we would what?
Well, I didn't know. I forgot that you said let's go back there and try to see if we can get the wagon.
Oh no, that was Shardo.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I
How many are you
misunderstood.
summoning?
4 war horses.
4 war horses. Okay.
Wow. And they are large. I don't know if you didn't matter if you knew that already.
Moo.
They know moo. Oh god, they're always bigger than I expect. I forget how tiny we are a lot of times.
This one almost tramples Buckletick.
Mastella turns around and she's like, horse! And they appear.
I hope you slip on my vomit.
Jeez.
Okay. So you have 4 war horses here in the forest.
Wow, that's awesome.
Mastella is going to turn to the little warg pups over here. She's going to be like, we be back. We help. We save. We friend.
Make an animal handling check, and you can see what happens.
Are they animals?
12? I don't know.
So they kind of slink. All of them kind of slink back under the brush here, and the black one gives you 1 lick and goes towards the back.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Hey, Mustela, can you tell them to ride the horses?
I not think so. I think no. They scare. I think. Scare.
Oh, okay.
So I guess what we could do is jump on a war horse and ride them all the way back up to the wagon, right?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, where's that smelly thing we're supposed to find?
So the smelly thing, like it still smells pretty bad down here, but it doesn't smell any worse than it did where you were at earlier.
So it's not stronger, it's just the same as what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay. Well, can I control these? I cannot control the horse.
Oh, my bad. So let me delete these. And then I think if I make this one controllable and copy it, I don't have to do it for each of them.
So do we want to get the wagon and just bring it down here so we have it with us, I guess?
Sure.
Seem smart, maybe?
Yeah.
So I guess what I'll do, trying to think of how to do this. Can move. So I asked you if it was upper left or right, and I don't know what you said, because you said yes.
Upper right,
Upper right.
northeast, and north of the creek.
So I guess I don't know if anybody's coming with me or not, but Mustela's going to take those horses up to the wagon.
I'll follow you.
Yeah, same.
I'll go sit with Nick and try to calm her down.
I'm going to move these guys through here because you might get hung up.
Yeah, it's a little difficult.
There you go.
Okay, thank you.
Did I just hear turkeys?
Yes, you did.
I think there's actually an elk in there too somewhere.
Is there?
Yeah,
It's pretty neat.
it's like that big like whistling sound. Exactly that. I mean, that was A+.
Really good.
Iris and Nick following.
Yeah, we'll follow.
Upper right. There, I see the wagon. I see the wagon. I see it.
See the wagon. Wagon.
If you hold
What?
Alt, they won't snap.
Oh, right. I always forget about the alt.
Dude,
Damn.
do you want me to take the owl bears off the map, or do you guys want them left there for any reason?
I don't know. Should we try to bring some back at some point, or?
I don't know. Depends on.
Might be good to collect some supplies from them, but
Throw them in the wagon.
Yeah, we could put them in the wagon, probably.
low rider. Let's do
We'll
it.
have to see how much room we got.
Yeah,
After we
it's hard to
find the-
say.
I find the stink abomination.
You know what? That'd be ironic if we brought these and the stink abomination to the group, and they're like, "Holy shit, Ragnin, you brought in one thing. They brought in two interesting things." He's like, "I'm gonna kill all of you."
That's true.
Okay, well,
Who softies now?
I guess not worry about the owlbear stuff right now.
Yeah, we'll get those later.
Yeah.
Can any of you guys tell where the smell's coming from?
Does it get strong if I follow down this area along the stream?
Nick would have smelled it, right?
It's getting a little bit stronger the
little
further
bit
west
stronger?
you go. So before we
Yeah.
get too far here, how are you guys hooking up the horses?
With rope.
We have rope, right? Can we use
Yeah.
rope? I
Yeah,
think
use-
all of us may have rope,
Use
actually.
rope for everybody.
Yeah, Squeeb could do it because he's used to mechanically doing things, so he could probably see what would be the best way to hook these guys up.
Okay. So you should be able to move the cart and stuff now too. Yeah. Buckletick, you're going down there.
Yeah, and if there's anybody within 30 feet, I'll say the smell gets worse over here. Well, I'd say that Squeeb probably be the only one really in range.
Yeah.
Wait. I'd back up a foot, or I'd back up as soon as he got close. I would just let him. Yep, the smell gets a little bit worse if we fall down this way. Just for the hell of it, a few more steps because I see a little bridge.
A little bridge.
It's a nice little bridge. It's a beautiful little bridge.
It's beautiful.
It's a bridge. It's a bridge.
Okay.
Good bridge.
So, Squeeb, make an intelligence check.
You got it.
Squeeb, your mechanical know-how and knowledge, you see an instant problem here.
Oh no.
Do you see the problem?
Oh no.
Garen?
No.
Garen's mic out on
what-
There he is.
Yeah, what problem am I trying to solve?
Well, you see this bridge here, and the
Yeah, I
wagon that
can't
you
get
just finished hooking all the ropes up to is definitely wider than the bridge.
Oh, I didn't know we were going to go across the bridge. Alrighty.
Well, the bank is steep. Like it's like a foot or two of a drop off, and the horses are strong, but you're not like the horses can easily get over this. You're not sure if they're going to be able to pull the wagon up and over like through this creek.
Yeah, where's the smell coming from? I thought it was coming.
The smell
off
is
the
getting
map.
stronger down this way.
Oh, it's down north.
It was down north.
I mean down south. Down south.
West,
My brain is always flip flopped on everything, and I hate it.
west and south, yeah.
I thought we just came from there.
Only one of you guys came this way.
I thought we were down at the very corner. Weren't we just down that corner?
Are you talking about down at the right? Or down at the left?
I thought we were down at the left.
Yeah, where the puppies were?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys didn't see this whole side of the map, though, Garen.
But the bridge was still over to the left.
Only one of
Okay.
you guys even came over towards the bridge.
Yeah, it was Mastella, I think.
Oh, I saw the bridge. I was over there too.
Yeah, Squeeb saw the bridge because you mentioned it.
Yeah.
Right, but only one person went across it, right? Everybody else went through the water to cross the other side.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's still
Okay.
a chunk over here that didn't get looked at.
Okay.
That
Well,
is
we could
not
leave
all
a-
the way south, but is south from your current position.
Okay. Well, we could leave the horses here and explore.
Just a reminder, horses last for an hour.
Yep. You might
So
have to burn another spell slot on them.
I could bring them with us for now and use them to battle things if we need them.
Hey,
I
I
can
could
always send them again.
untie them and they could just come with us.
I say try pulling a wagon to the creek. We wrecked the wagon. Fuck him. Who cares?
But then we can't bring in the thing back. Well, I guess we could. Well,
I don't know how big the thing is to really like if it's something I could animal transform into and bring it back that way possibly. I don't know what to expect though.
It's gonna be
I don't know how big it is.
I
say
love
we
the
leave the-
problem solving in this group.
I say we just leave the wagon where it is right now and then go explore the rest of the map.
I wish I would have
Yeah.
known that before I summoned horses. I thought we were going to bring the wagon with us, so I just assumed we could move along with the wagon.
Well, somebody saw the bridge earlier and like didn't say anything about going across it or the size or anything.
I didn't know we were going to be taking a wagon across her.
Yeah, I didn't think we were taking a wagon across either.
Certain somebody that went across the bridge.
Oh, somebody went across the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I don't even know who went across the bridge.
I think I know who.
Oh well. I'm gonna go check it out down here.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow Squeeb.
Okay.
Anybody coming?
I'm fine.
You, sir,
Who's sir?
Wait.
Mr. Buckletick.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
okay.
I need you to make
So unspecific.
Constitution saving throw.
A con save. All right. All right, rolling now. Natural 20 for 24.
Oh,
Okay. You feel
Ooh.
a very, I probably shouldn't even had you roll for this, but you feel a very strong compulsion to look under the bridge. And like it almost like something was trying to command you to look under the bridge. But you kind of feel it and shrug it off. But it felt like something targeted at you.
Did it seem like it would be dangerous for me to actually look at under the bridge?
It felt like a third party's like compulsion to make you do it. You can take that however you want it.
I'm just gonna shout out to Nick and sorry, I'm having Nick and Iris, and kind of just tell them to get back a little bit. And and I'm just gonna say something wants us to look under the bridge, and I'm gonna look right under the fucking bridge because I'm curious. Like I can't help it, I'm insane. And I peek under the bridge.
Notice me.
What?
No.
Did you say something?
So Buckletick gets down on his hands and knees and looks under the bridge over here. And then
Shit. I'm gonna explode.
Dixplode?
I'm gonna explode everybody.
An erection so hard he dixplodes.
Yeah. Oh god. I'm a explode everybody.
So what actually happens is I boot him over into the other chat, and we'll see you in a minute.
Right.
Oh.
Yes.
So you look under the bridge, Buckletick, and you see those eyes that were similar to yours. And you look in the water under the bridge, and you can see the eyes just on the reflection of the water, kind of like following the waves of the water. And the longer you stare at it, the more fills in around the eyes. You can see that weird black, like corded muscle. It almost looks like a skinless person, where you could see like their musculature, but instead of like red and pink looking musculature, it's that black, weird, like fibrous cord. It's strange. It looks like muscle, but you can tell it's not. You can see this like flex or like intertwined in there, like this weird, like almost throbbing red. You don't know. You're not sure if it's part of whatever this thing is, or if it's some kind of energy inside of it. But this like deep, almost like pulsing red. It's a very deep, like dark blood red that goes to like almost a warm red as it seems to like pulse and move around through it. And it almost looks like instead of just looking at a reflection, like it turns and looks at you, and you can hear Buckletick. 9 I chose to start. Reduced to 1. Champion. My champion.
Wait, hold on. 9 I chose to start. Sorry. Notes. Sorry.
I can
Okay,
tell
go
you the
on.
whole thing afterwards.
Yeah. Sorry. Oh my god.
Reduced to 1. A champion. My champion. Power. Consolidated. One with all. And you have images of 8 figures of different sizes like flash in front of your eyes. They're just kind of like silhouettes, like different size, shape, like if not humanoid, at least like biped creatures. Make a quick perception check for me.
Perception check? Yeah. Sorry, I got a +1, so 17.
So these shadows, like silhouettes, kind of almost appear on the water surface where you were looking at this face, and you can make out one looks like it's like a weird, like rounded body at the bottom of it, like this almost like insect or like spider-like kind of body, and holding a staff. You can see another one that looks like it's holding a sword and a shield. You can see like some of the other ones are a little bit harder to make out, but you can clearly picture 8 individual beings. And then you can see that red pulsing kind of pass through them. And then you suddenly see the image, like it splashes away in the water. You see its eyes looking back at you, and it looks and says, "Buckletick. Good luck." And you can see its eyes fade away. And where its eyes fade, you see 2 more sets of yellow eyes, and then another set of yellow eyes, a third set of yellow eyes, all looking back at you. And you can feel yourself kind of like being pulled out of this weird image that you had. And now you get the feeling that there are actual faces looking back at you, and you realize you can hear this like sucking sound coming from under this bridge, this as something seems to be digging out from under. You can see one gigantic head coming up from the ground. You can see another smaller head, just black, disgusting, wet hair. 3 arms on one side reach up and grab the bridge and start pulling itself up, and 2 on the other start dragging itself forward at the same time.
Oh, fuck.
And we are going to pop over to the other chat.
All right.
He loves it.
Hello.
I'm dead, everybody.
No.
So, Iris and Nick watch as Buckletick seems really fixated on something under the bridge. He looks like he's kind of just completely zoned out. He's just oblivious to everything around him. You guys start hearing this weird sucking sound coming from under the bridge, and like some like muck just coming loose from something, like this like suction as something's pulling itself out of the muck. You can hear splashing in the water. Squeeb, you turn around and you can see 3 like, huge green arms. They're like long, huge, but kind of spindly. Reach up and grab one side of the bridge and start hefting itself up out of the water, out from under the muck and the silt in the water. You see 2 arms from the other side reach towards Buckletick. They don't actually grab him, but they hold the ground right in front of him and start pulling itself like forward at the same time as the other side is pulling up. You can see a giant head come out of the water, just ugly, bulbous green head, huge giant nose, a mouth full of needle-like teeth. A second head comes up, just covered in this greasy, wet, black hair, this gigantic, long, pointed nose, and a third smaller head that looks like it's coming out of its back. And as the creature comes up, you can start to see like different mouths and almost faces coming off of its abs, and over on its side, maybe a mouth coming off of one thigh that pulls itself up to its huge height, and it smashes the bridge, and you see this thing come up out of the water from under the bridge. It looked like it had pulled itself out of the ground.
Ew.
Oh, that's not good.
Ew.
Looks like that.
Oh.
P-Tick, run away!
Am I still out of it? When I'd be like,
you finally come to, and you see this gigantic like 15-foot tall green skin thing standing in front of you.
Is it like some kind of troll?
5 arms waving around menacingly. It goes to lunge towards you. And
Yep.
we'll pick up there at the next.
God
episode.
damn it!
Oh,
What?
He's got a nipple face.
a nipple face?
Yeah, there's a face on his nipple.
A face on his nipple.
It's a
So-
fipple.
A
Thank
fipple.
you for watching, everybody. We had
Yes.
a lot of fun, interesting stuff in this. And James, I will have to tell you if you didn't get to write all that down, I'll send you what was actually said to you.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody, I hope you had fun. I hope you had fun seeing this. I know anybody watching could see this token on the GM layer from like my vision. See it hiding around over there. Yeah, I'm glad I got to use it. I've been wanting to use this thing for a very long time. So we got all kinds of stuff. We got classic owlbears. We got some classic wards. We got wherever this thing is, and some more stuff that's on this map that they haven't found yet. So make sure you guys come back for the next episode. You can see what happens with this. If maybe Buckletick learns any more information about what he saw under the water. And you know what they're gonna do with this little dilemma with all the ward pups and how they handle the deal with Ragnin now. So yeah, leave us a comment. Tell us what you think about this. Tell us what you think about all the ward pups and this big, disgusting, nasty looking creature. We appreciate all of you guys watching, and we hope you had a good time.
Yeah.
Anybody have anything else?
Oh.
Man, what fate? How is Iris going to decide which face to punch?
Oh.
Just more faces to punch.
The nipple face.
Well, you know that's a good monk problem. which face is it?
Monk problems.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you. If you can, hit the subscribe button. Give us a little bit of help getting some steam going up in here. Pass a link to one of our videos along, and any help you can do for us, we super appreciate it. We're trying to get the channel rolling. We're trying to hit some streaming hopefully later on this year. The internet's willing. But yeah, anything you can do to help us grow the channel, pass the word along, it'd be fantastic. So thanks again, and we'll see you all next time. Adios.
Adios.
Goodbye.
Hey.
Bye.
Farewell. Yes.
Bye.
Indeed.